What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I really wanted to give you guys day number 2 for my foundation week, and today we're going to be focusing on the Sigma Skin Tint from Sigma Beauty. So the full name there is the Sigma Skin Perfecting Hydro Tint. I have this in the shade Deep Golden, and I'm really excited to tell you guys a lot more information about this foundation. Of course, you guys are going to see that foundation is on my face right now, and this is at kind of ground zero, right? So the initial application, and you can see how good it actually looks. But the fly is in the ointment because we really want to know how good it wears and how good it looks on my combination oily skin long term. So I'm going to be doing, of course, another 12-hour wear test with various check-ins, both inside and out. And with that understood, let's just go ahead and dive on in. So this is a product that I feel like if you got Sigma PR, quite a few people talked about it at the point of it kind of launching. But this is one of those products that I feel really nobody else talked about. And I was really interested. I've had a really good experience with all of the Sigma products that I picked up. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up. So for this particular product, I picked up the shade Dark Golden Tint. This is not the darkest shade. This is the second to darkest shade. So this is shade number 5 of 6. So if you're of a darker skin tone, know that they do have another shade available for this to be a tint. Since it is a tint, do know going in that this is going to be light coverage. I personally have never even attempted to build it up for even medium coverage. I just did not think that this was the appropriate shade tint even for me to do that. I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. Basically, they did give me a free brush, so that is the brush that I'm going to be using, and that's honestly the brush that I have used all the times that I have applied this product. So do know that. For the directions on the packaging, it actually says to shake the bottle before use, to apply to the center of face with a foundation brush of your choice, and to blend outwardly in circular motions. That's very interesting. I didn't know that they even wanted that first time reading my directions. This product is enriched with hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, plant-derived squalene, and niacinamide. This does provide 1.12 fluid ounces or 33 milliliters. And like I said, this is a skin tint. This is supposed to be an ultra smooth formula that provides the hydrating boost of a moisturizer and the lightweight coverage of a liquid foundation for a natural looking radiant finish. So all of that is the information that pretty much is provided between the bottle and the website on Sigma Beauty. I did not know, but Sigma is actually available at quite the plethora of distributors. So if you don't want to actually buy strictly from Sigma Beauty's website, you can actually get this foundation at quite the range of places. I saw it available at QVC, Macy's, Amazon, and more. So this is definitely not one of those independently owned brands that you have to necessarily buy strictly from the website. If you were somebody who kind of wants to mitigate, 20 different packages coming to your house, maybe start to look for these brands that you're really interested in at a couple more places. But with that said, I think it's time to go ahead and apply this product. I already have all of my skincare on, which included strictly my moisturizer, my serum, in my sunscreen, and I've already actually applied off camera the same exact primer that I had from yesterday. This is just my Hemished primer. Like I said, I'm going to be keeping quite a lot of standards this week, and since I was able to do a 12-hour wear test yesterday, I am going to make that the minimum for all of my other wear tests. That way you guys get to see how all of these foundations wear on my skin tone and my skin type for 12 hours. That said, the going out and all that jazz, that might change, but those are kind of some extraneous circumstances. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to go ahead and apply this foundation, and I'm going to shake it according to what the bottle stated. I am going to go ahead and just apply it the way that I have been doing it, which is to apply it and then kind of swipe. So as you can see in swiping, this is definitely not a foundation, or you'd hope it's not a foundation based on how light it is. That said, if you give it some time, it does kind of tint itself to work. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it with the brush. And as you can see, it's a very thin formula. You really don't see all that much coverage, but I'm sure you guys can see like a vague kind of whitened filter on my skin. And that's the tint. Like I said, I only expected about a light coverage with this. So you have to know that going in. So if you do have hyperpigmentation like I do, and you don't want that to be seen, this is not the foundation for you. Unless you apply concealer under on those particular zones to really, you know, cover it up. But you'll see how this does. And I like to take my products all the way down. So we're just gonna do that. And as you can see, right, it's warmed up. So although it had like that weird kind of film on my skin, it's gone. And that's truly what I feel like a tint does. Now, would it be nice if the tint was already like my skin tone? Yes. But this tint is supposed to be available for quite the range of people since they only have 6 shades. So yeah. Let me come in close so you guys can see this foundation with just itself, or the tint with just itself. So here's a zone where you can see hyperpigmentation there and then there. Now, you know, obviously, well, I'm not going to say obviously, I will say what I see in my viewfinder, my skin looks a little white casted. My skin isn't actually white casted. When I zoom out like this is kind of what my skin actually looks like in real life looking in my mirror. So I just wanted to come in close so you guys could see like the finish and how it's wearing on my skin, not the color, because that color is deceiving. As for how it's laying on my skin right now, I think it lays really nicely. This is easily a very kind of weightless foundation. I don't feel it necessarily. And I know this is not going to dry down. So this is definitely something that I would strongly recommend you powdering down. I'm just going to take the time to do all of my normal steps like I did yesterday, which is concealer, powder, and brows. And then we will have our kind of ground zero, just like we did yesterday. Did I tell you when I started this video? I don't think I did. So we'll just go with the ground zero being the time. It is right now 11:06, but we'll go with ground zero time. I'm pretty sure I sat down here probably around 11. So we'll see, because that means that I'll be up until 11 p.m. tonight. And I'm telling you guys, I was barely functioning at 9 yesterday. So I don't know if I'll be able to stay up till 11 tonight, but here's hoping. So let me get all of my base products done, and then I can give you guys ground zero's look so you can see what it looks like. And I'll try to do another kind of outside video so you guys can see what it looks like in natural lighting. And then of course, all of my check-ins. Alrighty, so my whole face is done. I got both of my setting sprays drying right now on my face, and this is what ground zero looks like. So this is what that side of the face looks like, and this is what that side of looks like. There's no bronzer, blush, highlighter, anything on. I really only on my complexion. The only thing I added was just my bit of concealer that you guys know I don't do a lot. I will say when I was blending out the concealer, it did blend quite far compared to how it normally will blend on like a legitimate foundation. I think it was just because there was not really that much consistency here to like stop it from blending, and you know, for it to blend into each other. So I will give it that, especially on my forehead. I feel like the concealer, same amount that I always do, but just blended a lot farther than it usually does. So definitely take that information into consideration. Also, when I did my under eye concealer, it felt like it blended a lot further out than I'm used to. So just let that all be kind of information for you to use in your kind of understanding on whether this is a product for you or not for you. Wow. As for my hyperpigmentation, I think that overall, once the powder was laid and the setting spray was done, it actually does not look too bad. Same with up here. I don't think that the hyperpigmentation really is so kind of alarming. And those are the two zones that I think like really right now I'm most self-conscious about. At one point during the week, my under eyes definitely look dark, but I don't think they look too bad right now because I'm sleeping like when my body needs me to sleep, etc. Because, you know, it's my weekend. Anyways, though, it is time to give you guys a time for ground zero, and that is 11:15. Hopefully my camera is focusing on my phone. So that will be the time that we use, which means your girl has to stay up until 11:15 tonight. Cross your fingers. So what I will do is within like a couple of hours, I will go ahead and give you guys a kind of outside view so that you guys can see what this makeup looks like outside in natural lighting. And then I will do a check-in 5 hours from 11:15 so that you guys can know. So that's what, 4:15, so that you guys can know what the foundation is looking like or tint is looking like in 5 hours. And then we will then subsequently do 12 hours. To be frank, I don't think that this is going to last that well. I've never actually worn it that long because I knew tints I tend to not want to wear for that length of time. But let's see what happens during this wear test. And then I'll give you guys my thoughts on how I've enjoyed using this tint, etc., at the final check-in. So I will see you guys in just a second. Hey guys, so it's just a little bit before 12:30 and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a kind of outside view, but once again, being inside, I have so much to get done right now and I honestly don't have the time to leave my house. But as you can see, the foundation is really starting to set in, or the tint is starting to settle in. There's nothing really crazy going on. It's only been about an hour, but I wanted to give you guys kind of what it looks like in natural lighting. As of course yesterday there is nothing lighting in this room, so you guys get to see what I look like in natural lighting. I gotta jump out and do some more stuff. I have so much to get done today and tomorrow before I start my work week. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. Alrighty guys, so it's quite a bit later than I was supposed to be. I was on the phone. It's 5:03. Hopefully you guys can see that there. And I'm here to bring in my check-in. So full disclosure, when I did my hour see me in natural lighting, I honestly didn't look at myself before I did that. So I didn't see, and honestly, natural lighting is evil. It's evil. Honestly, that foundation was not looking cute when I went back and viewed the footage, but I'm not gonna, distort any of that. You guys are gonna see exactly what it looked like, but it looks decent here. I guess natural lighting just does that. I actually need to run out to Target really quickly, so maybe I will do a quick video so you guys can see me out and about, and I need to throw something on my lips so I don't look crazy. But it doesn't look bad. I mean, I definitely think that at this point I'm shinier than I was yesterday. That said, it looks like a healthy sheen. It doesn't look like I'm sweating up a storm. And honestly, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, in natural lighting, it looked like there was a lot more creasing on my forehead. I really don't see that. But I will say I do see a distinct kind of line of demarcation. You can see what my scalp looks like here, and then you can see what my skin looks like there. It feels like it's something to do with the camera, because as soon as I come back, it doesn't look, well, you still see it, but it doesn't look as harsh. So I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to run because, like I said, I have to go to Target, and you guys know me, I don't like to be out for very long. So it's going to be like a 10-15 minute run and back. And then I can do some more YouTube stuff because I have a lot I want to get done. I still have chores I need to get done, stuff like that. And then since we started this at 11 o'clock. We still have quite a ways to the end of this wear test. We're only 5 hours in, and well, a little bit more than 5 hours in now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this check-in. Quite quick, quite brief, but now the tint has really set into my skin and I feel like it's getting a little bit more glossy than before. I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, y'all. It's late. It is just after 11 o'clock. It is 11:08. There you go. You can see it is 11:08 and your girl's exhausted. So this is going to be quite a quick kind of conclusion video, shall we say, or conclusion clip. It's been 12 hours. I've been doing this, wearing this makeup now for 12 hours. What I will say is that this makeup, foundation specifically, does not feel very heavy, which is actually quite nice. I feel like even traditionally very light foundation can feel quite heavy at this point and with this length of time of wear. Once again, this is a skin tint. I would never honestly personally recommend wearing a skin tint for as long as I've done today. As you can see, I'm sure it is broken up in places it ought not to be breaking up. It's very, very oily. To an extent, honestly, it doesn't look too bad in person. On camera, everything looks a lot worse, so do keep that in mind. But I definitely think that it has broken up tremendously. I do wear glasses, so it's definitely broken up on the bridge of both sides of my nose, but nothing to the extent of even the foundations that used to break up on me when I was first getting into makeup. All of that said, I would say wear this foundation tint if you're doing errands for like 2 to 3 hours. Anything past that, I think it's a bit extra. Maybe even 5 hours being the ultimate max. It just, even in that wear test to me, or in that check-in for me, it didn't look its best. And honestly, in natural lighting, it did not look its best from hour one. So, you know, take this all with a grain of salt. I definitely think that this is a decent tint. Is this the best tint for me? No. As I said before, you can still see that kind of line of demarcation between my scalp and my face if you're really, really looking. But in my opinion, if somebody's looking that hard, they can pay for me to have a better tint. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my opinions when it comes to this tint. It's nice, it's great. There is a limit to it, but there's a limit to all tints. So there is that. I hope this video was helpful. I'm so sorry if it wasn't. Like I said, I am just so ready to go to bed. It's not even funny, and I have to work tomorrow, so I'm just over it at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.